Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the 2012 Jefferson nickel. Now, a regular circulated nickel is only worth its face value, 5 cents. But certain error nickels from 2012 have sold for hundreds, and in some cases over $1,000. Let's start with the features of the Jefferson nickel, and then we'll dive into 6 of the most valuable errors you need to know about.
Download Coin Value Checker and start scanning your coins now.
Features of the Jefferson nickel. The obverse, or front, shows Thomas Jefferson's portrait with Liberty in his handwriting, the date, and mint mark. This is where you'll often see doubled dies, repunched dates, or cracks. The reverse features Jefferson's home, Monticello, with the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. Errors often appear in the steps, the lettering, or along the rim. Even the edges can reveal mistakes like broad strikes or off-center strikes. With those features in mind, let's look at the 6 most valuable 2012 nickel errors. Number 1. Repunched date and mint mark. First up is the repunched date and mint mark error. This happens when the date or mint mark is punched into the die more than once at slightly different angles. On the coin, it looks like doubling or shadowed digits. Collectors love these because they're easy to see and add character to the coin. One 2012 P nickel with both a repunched date and mint mark sold for about $150 in MS60. Not the rarest error, but still a fun one to collect. Number 2. Improperly annealed planchet. Next, we have the improperly annealed planchet. Annealing is the heating and cooling process that prepares blanks for striking. If it goes wrong, the surface of the coin can change colors. Black, brown, purple, yellow, or even rainbow tones. It's not toning. It's a true mint error. These stand out right away, and collectors pay big for them. In 2016, a 2012 D nickel with this error sold for $655 in MS63. Number 3. Die crack error. Another common but collectible mistake is the die crack error. When the die itself cracks, metal seeps into the gap during striking, leaving a raised line across the coin. Sometimes cracks are small, but the bigger or stranger looking they are, the more valuable. A 2012 D nickel with a large crack on the obverse sold for $515 in MS64. Always check Jefferson's head and Monticello for these raised lines. Number 4. Struck through error. At number 4, we have the struck through error. This happens when a foreign object, like grease, wire, hair, or even wood splinters, gets between the die and the blank. The object can either fall away, leaving an impression, or stay stuck to the coin. Grease, in particular, often causes weak or missing details. These can be dramatic and highly valuable. In 2020, a 2012 D nickel with a struck-through error sold for $412 in MS63. Number 5. Off-center strike. One of the most dramatic errors collectors love is the off-center strike. This happens when the planchet isn't positioned correctly under the dies, so the design is shifted to one side. Part of the coin may even be blank. The further off-center the strike, the higher the value, especially if the date is still visible. A 2012 D nickel with about a 35% off-center strike sold for an incredible $730 in MS63. Number 6. Broad struck error. And finally, the broad struck error. Normally, the collar keeps the coin in shape when it's struck. But if the planchet sits partly outside the collar, the strike causes the nickel to spread out larger and thinner than normal. The design looks stretched, but all details remain intact. These coins really stand out compared to a regular nickel. In 2019, a 2012 P broad struck nickel sold for an amazing $1,095 in MS60. That's over $1,000 for a 5-cent piece. So, are Jefferson nickels worth collecting? Definitely. While most are only worth face value, error nickels from 2012 can be worth hundreds, or even over $1,000. From double dates and die cracks to dramatic off-center and broad strikes, these are the treasures you should be looking for in your change or coin rolls. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next guide on valuable coin errors. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!